Welcome to your yoga practice. Today I have a treat for you. It's a 40-minute yin practice. You might need a few props. You'll definitely need one of them. So the one that you will need is a blanket or a towel. And we're just going to roll it up real thick so that you have a nice roll. So I'm just rolling mine up. Go. Awesome. Just so that we can have a little hump to lay over. It's not going to make that big of a difference, but in yin, we want to feel sensation. We don't want to go too far so that it's too stimulating. Also, 2 blocks might be helpful as you practice. So this yin flow is going to get into our side bodies, and we'll hold everything for about 4 minutes, starting now. So lay your roll on your mat. I'm going to start on my right side. I'm going to lay the roll right underneath my ribs. So like right where my ribs end, I'll reach my right arm up and over. And those legs, you can have them just bent so that way you're nice and stable, and then reach that left arm over. I don't know, I didn't say this, but your right side is laying on the roll. So you have a little bit of an extension on your left side. And as you're here, just allow your body to settle. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to relax. I know that's sometimes really hard. And allow this to be nice and soothing. Close your eyes if that feels safe. If it doesn't, just have a nice soft gaze. Take super deep breaths. And I do have a timer. When you hear the bell, that's when we're going to gently get out. And then for this pose, we'll be switching to the other side. All right, this is when I stop talking. All right, Slowly get up off your right side, and I'm just going to keep facing you. And I'll place my roll on my mat. Laying your left side over the roll. The roll goes right at the bottom of your ribs. Just walk out of the way, extending the left arm, just resting that head right onto the left arm. Legs are nice and bent, and extending that right arm up and over. The purpose of this pose is to get a nice opening in your ribs. And just a nice little gentle side bend, super gentle, but you'll definitely feel that you're breathing better on that side of your body. Just start to relax into this. You can adjust your arms however you'd like to. Just start feeling your body resting on that blanket, resting on your mat. Close your eyes if that feels safe, and if it does not feel safe, you can have a nice soft gaze. This is where I leave you. Enjoy the pose. All right, coming up off of that blanket. And then this next pose is where you might need a block or two. Okay, so I will try my best to mirror you. Take your left knee right in front of you, and then that right knee is going to stack on top of the left knee. So we are in cow face legs, Gomukhasana. We're not going to take cow face arms, not this time. If you want a little less sensation, your heels are going to draw closer to your hips. You want to make sure that your heels are about at the same spot on either side of your thighs, and then have your feet nice and flexed. That'll protect your knees. If you want more sensation, you can make your shins more parallel to the front of your mat. I'm going to find a place right in the middle. And for this first 4 minutes, we can stay upright if this is enough sensation. If you want to get a little more into the hips, I invite you to take a block in front of you and then place your forehead right onto the block. Taking super deep breaths, feeling this get into your hips. Remember, sensation is different than pain. So if you're feeling pain, back off. All right, slowly getting out of the pose, unraveling your legs. This time your right knee goes in front of your hips and your left knee is going to step on top of it. Bringing your heels closer to your hips if you want a little bit less sensation, drawing the heels away from the hips if you want a little bit more. Remembering to flex your ankles, because that will protect your knees more. You may stay upright, nice and tall, or you can bring your block in front of you and then come forward, resting your forehead onto the block. And you'll notice that one side you'll feel a lot more sensation on than the other. This side I feel a lot more. Remember, sensation is different than pain. So please take care of yourself. If you feel pain, back off. All right, closing your eyes, or if that does not feel safe, have your eyes with a nice soft gaze. Come up off of the block if you were on it. Block goes off to the side. Unravel your legs and place your feet in front of you, and then windshield wiper your legs to the left. I am mirroring you today. And then to the right. Ooh, just really feeling those inner thighs and your outer hips. All right, next time that you are towards your right, step there. And then turn towards that right leg and come over it. Placing your forearms onto your mat or onto the floor like me. And so this is a gentler version of our pigeon pose. It's a little bit more accessible. If the floor feels a little too far away, you can place your forearms onto blocks, and that'll be a little bit more gentle. Or if you want to come all the way down, that works too. You can fold one hand on top of the other, and then place your forehead directly onto your hands. Keeping your feet flexed to protect your knees. And then for this one, gravity is going to push onto that left hip, drawing it closer towards the mat. Make those breaths super nice and long. If your forehead is on something, that pressure in that area, which if you know anything about chakras, it's your third eye area. It's just incredibly soothing to put some pressure there. And so if you're starting to feel tired and relaxed, well, that's why. You're stimulating that relaxation response. Coming up. Oh, and then windshield wiper those legs over to the left. And then coming over that left shin, flexing both legs. Bring your forearms onto the mat. If you want to lift your forearms onto blocks again, feel free. Now, again, both sides are going to feel very different from each other. Keep your feet nice and flexed to protect your knees. And this time gravity is going to be drawing that right hip towards your mat. If you would like to, you can put one hand on top of the other and then rest your forehead directly onto your hands, allowing your body to relax. And this is kind of a combination of swan pose or pigeon pose and deer pose. Coming up. Oh, all right. And now we're going to come into a butterfly pose using a block as an option. Also bring your blanket if you would like it as well. Okay, so we're going to bring our feet together, knees out wide, and our heels are going to be a little further away than usual. And one way to try this is to place the block right in between your feet and then come forward and relax your head right onto the block and stay here. That's option one. Option two is to take your forehead all the way to your feet and then relax here. So either way, another option, if you just want to stay upright a little bit, that's fine also. When the blanket is there to use however you would like to use it, I'm going to be taking my forehead all the way to my feet. Remember, super deep breaths. And enjoy. Coming out of that pose. And then coming onto your back. Ooh, got me nice and relaxed. All right, bring your feet to the wide edges of your mat. And then windshield wipering your legs from one side to another. And the next time that you are with your knees on the right, leave them there. If you'd like a little bit more, take that right ankle and put it on top of the left knee. That will draw the left knee further down towards the mat. Slightly flex both of your feet. And then grab your left wrist with your right hand and just side bend towards that right knee slightly. So your lower body's in a little bit of a twist, your upper body's in a little bit of a side bend. Taking super deep breaths. Trying to soothe our body with gentle pressure on our forehead, gentle twists, some hip opening. Gently unbending your body, bringing your knees back to center, and then windshield wipe your legs just a few times, getting rid of any kinks. And then the next time your knees are over towards the left, allow them to fall. If you want some more, walk that left ankle onto the right knee. I don't know if you noticed, but on the other side, at one point, my foot just slipped off because I was a little relaxed. So if your foot doesn't stay on, it's not a big deal. Grab your left wrist with your right, grab your right wrist with your left hand and side bend towards that left knee. So your lower body is in a little bit of a twist, nice mild twist. Your upper body is in a mild side bend. So everything today is nice and mild because we want to soothe ourselves.
We want to take care of our bodies and just feel some soothing and relaxation. Make sure you take nice deep breaths, maybe even some yawns. Yeah, enjoy this pose. This is our last one before our final resting pose. Coming out of that, and then finding your last pose. Okay, so you can do a normal Shavasana, you can do a reclined butterfly, or if you'd like to take a reclined goddess pose, we can take this blanket, roll it so that it's a little longer than it was before. And then you're going to bring your feet together, knees apart, wrap the blanket in front of your feet and then underneath your ankles. And that will give you just this really good support so that your knees don't go all the way to the floor. It's just really comfortable. Rest your hands alongside your body. If you have something to cover your eyes with, feel free to use it. you're ready, if your knees are out wide, bring them together. Remove the blanket if you're using it. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll over to your favorite side. Stay on your side for just a moment. And then coming up to a seat, facing your screen. Hands to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today in this 40-minute yin to just soothe your entire body and relax you. I hope that you enjoyed, that you feel much more relaxed than when you started, and that you have a beautiful day. Thank you.